Hello and welcome to another episode of Kayani Wellness TV. My name is Dr. Andreas Betcher, and in this episode we're going to answer the question, does the triangle of health help with fill in the blank? One of the most frequently asked questions of anyone considering a nutritional product or anything to improve the health and well-being of themselves or their family is, does it help me with fill in the blank? Well, I'm going to challenge you and anyone who's asking that question to actually ask a different question. And that question is simply this: what are you doing to give your body the tools that it needs to operate at optimum health? Now, to do so, we must first define what optimum health is. And what I'm about to walk you through is a healthcare continuum. It's understanding how the human body and disease manifests itself into symptoms and infirmity, and what you can do and how the triangle of health fits into the equation. Now, when I speak around the world, which I'm honored to do, I'll often ask audiences this simple question: how do you define health? Well, most people will say, well, you feel great, everything's good, I've had lots of energy, I can work out, I can do the things that I love, and it's all of those things. However, I will then follow up and ask, what is the first symptom of a heart attack? What is the first symptom of cancer, diabetes, or stroke? How do you know if you don't or do actually have those? The audience will often get quiet, because most of those, as you know, manifest themselves over time. Yet these are the top threats to our health and well-being today. See, defining our health by how we feel is actually a very poor marker of how actually healthy we really are. When you look at the definition of health, it's a balance of mental, physical, and spiritual well-being, not merely the absence of disease, symptoms, or infirmity. Yet we all define it by the latter, when it's the former that determines our ability to express optimal health. Now the question becomes, what interferes with our body's natural ability to be healthy? I mean, after all, we were given the tools to operate at optimum health, God willing. Meaning the body is self-healing and self-regulating and is capable of so much more and operates 24/7 without us even giving us a second thought as to how well it's doing or what it's doing to live the life that we all enjoy. The question then becomes, what interferes with that ability or that system or that homeostatic environment that we are all blessed with that allows us to express our health potential? Well, irregardless of the symptom or pathology or whatever it is that you or someone you know might be facing, it's all rooted back into really three fundamental elements. It's physical, emotional, and chemical stress. Physical being the obvious, of course, accidents, injury, trauma, and sports, and so forth. Then there's the emotional stress, right? Just the stress of life and kids and family and spouses and divorce and loss of loved ones and financial stress. Then there, of course, there's chemical stress, the pollution in the air that we breathe, or the chemicals that are found in food or processed food, or chemicals that are found in product that we put on our face or in makeup, and of course the pesticides that are hidden and the mineral depletion in foods, and the list goes on and on. Now the question becomes, how do you manage these elements of stress? Because it's your ability to manage these elements of stress, both through choices and, of course, unfortunately, in our environment, that determine our body's ability to determine optimal health. Because if we don't have ways to manage our stress in our life, they'll start to create what we call dis-ease in the body. Now, notice that it's hyphenated, meaning it's not disease yet, meaning the body now has lost function. The body's in a state of dis-ease. It's not working with ease anymore. Because if you think about heart disease, it takes years for plaque to build up in the arteries. It doesn't just happen overnight, and then eventually it breaks off, flows through the bloodstream, and either causes a stroke or a heart attack itself. It just didn't happen as an event overnight. Blood pressure doesn't just happen overnight. It slowly occurs over time. And we're often unaware of it because it manifests itself as asymptomatic pathology. meaning you have disease now, you just don't know it yet, but it is detectable through either a urine test, a blood test, maybe an x-ray, MRI, CT scan, a blood pressure cuff, right? It's able to be diagnosed, but yet we're often unaware that it exists. Or we just write it off as the routine headaches or the routine fatigue or the routine loss of energy, the routine loss of focus. That's just the normal part of life, when in fact, these could be little micro warning signs that something is not working properly in our body's ability to be healthy. And if this is not managed properly, it eventually becomes now symptomatic pathology. You have full-on symptoms. It's not only detectable by test, but now you're experiencing, maybe you have blood in the urine, you've got a racing heart, you got fainting spells, you've got massive headaches all the time. You know, whatever it is, now you start to have the symptoms of whatever pathology or disease now, in this case, that is rearing its ugly head. And of course, if this isn't managed properly, the opposite of optimal health being death. Now, the problem is that most people are accelerating this process through the choices that they're making, through how they are dealing or even self-inducing stress into their own life through processed foods, lack of exercise, smoking, overconsumption of alcohol, poor choices in diet, and so forth. And so the problem is, what we want to do is we want to break this process from even happening in the first place. Now, before we talk about that, when we do have symptomatic pathology, what does the average person do? Well, they run to their doctor and say, "Hey, doc, I need you to come fix me. I've got this going on. I'm too busy in my life. I need to get this taken care of." And then when they do offer you a solution, what are they actually offering you? Well, if you set a prescription, you're right. Now, the question that I have for you is, does this prescription restore you back to optimal health? Well, the answer is, in most cases, no. Because the majority of all medications that are prescribed are actually what are classified as maintenance medications, meaning they do nothing to actually fix the problem. They just shuttle or shuffle the symptoms underneath the carpet so you don't see it or feel it anymore, and it's now asymptomatic pathology. It has not restored you back to optimal health, because what happens if you stop taking the medication? You go back to symptomatic pathology. And look, I've worked with a lot of medical doctors, and we have a lot of medical doctors that I work with here at Kayani and that are on our team here, and they will all agree and tell you the same thing. Now, is there a proper time and place for medication or surgeries or things of that sort? Absolutely. But they will all say not necessarily as the first line approach or defense in helping you to maintain or restore optimal health. Because the challenge I saw in practice is that many don't want to change their lifestyle choices. Just help me manage this so I can go back doing what I want to do. And I've seen this even actually in restaurants. Someone literally eating a big old cheeseburger and a plate of wings with their statin medication sitting right next to it, as if the statin medication gives you the green light to keep doing all the bad stuff. And the other problem with medications is that they also come with something that we don't want, and that is side effects. Because of why? They're another form of chemical stress. Those forms of chemical stress, and you see it in all their wonderful commercials. Don't take it if you have upset stomach, decreased length of health and healing time, have vomiting, headaches, suffer from nausea and fatigue, don't operate heavy machinery or equipment, and or may create suicidal tendency or thoughts. And you see it as if that's just nothing. And for me, as someone who values their health, as you do in watching this video, how does that make any sense at all? To me, especially when we haven't done any of the elements or the foundational elements or the tools that the body needs to be well. Because these forms of chemical stress create more disease in the body, the side effects, which create the symptomatic pathology. You run back to the doctor. Hey, doc, well, not only do I have that other stuff before, which I think I'm managing because you gave me that, now I've got this, and now you get a second prescription and so forth. And here in the United States, we're the largest consumer of prescription medications in the world. In fact, 70% of all Americans are taking at least one prescription medication. 50% are taking 2 or more. Now, here's the problem with prescription medication that honestly really frustrates me as a physician that no one is talking about. Prescription medications kill on average 500,000 people every single year. Heart disease kills 600,000 40,000 of those are from properly prescribed medications, meaning you did what the doctor told you to do. And people are dying every single day. 1,369 people every single day as a result of prescription medications. I'm personally on a mission to help people restore their optimum health, to awaken that inner pharmacy, which is far more powerful than any outer pharmacy. To awaken that innate intelligence, the way that the body was designed to heal when it's given the tools to do so. And that's exactly where the triangle of health comes in Kyani. Because what we're providing you are the tools through a unique system to help give you the foundational elements that the body needs at a cellular level to maintain that homeostatic environment so that it can self-heal and self-regulate with the nutritional vitamins and antioxidants that the body needs to perform at a cellular level. This unique combination provides water-soluble vitamins and antioxidants that combat the effects of free radicals as a result of stress, trauma, accidents, and injuries, and even breathing. And then, of course, the nitric oxide to help you maintain the over 33,000 miles of arterioles and veins that are inside the human body that shuttle all of the nutrition and provide the blood flow so that those blood vessels stay loose, supple, and flexible to help maintain your cardiovascular system and to get the most of your nutritional, amplifying the effects of the nutritional products and the vitamins that are found in Sunrise. And of course, Sunset, which is our fat-soluble formula, which is designed to be taken at night, providing you a powerful array of antioxidants through tocotrienols, the most bioavailable and potent form of vitamin E, in addition to omega-3 fatty acids through a wild Alaskan fish oil, as well as beta-carotene and vitamin D3, which are all critical to the foundational elements that help you to heal from the inside out. Now, I'm not claiming that the triangle of health helps to cure or treat anything. Medications don't even treat or cure anything. Your body is its own pharmacy. You are your own doctor. And I used to tell this always to my patients. Let's put you on these products for 90 days and see what the doctor inside of you has to say. We believe in the value of our products not only through our belief, but through science. With over hundreds of thousands of peer-reviewed articles touting the benefits of the products that you find here, not to mention the nitric oxide found in our Nitro Extreme products that won the Nobel Prize because it's known as the molecule of life. You can live 5 minutes without air, but you can't live 5 seconds without nitric oxide. And our body's ability to produce nitric oxide declines as we age. So this powerful 1, 2, 3 punch is designed to help give you the foundational elements to manage and maintain the physical, chemical, and emotional stress that may be in your life, and giving you the nutritional elements that most people are missing in their diet today to express their natural health potential. So rather than asking the question, will it help me with this? If you're suffering from some type of pathology, there's some type of disease in the body. So if it's not the triangle of health that's going to help give you what you need at a cellular level, then what is it? Because if you do believe that somehow you can just address this without taking care of your body physically and through proper nutrition and even supplementation, because we all know that foods today aren't what they used to be. As an athlete, as an Ironman triathlete and a men's physique competitor who pays meticulous attention to his nutrition and fitness, I simply cannot get the nutritional equivalent that I need, nor can you, through the foods in today's soiled, over-farmed lands, the mineral depletion, and pesticides and pollution that are found in today's foods, unfortunately. I do the best that I can, buying from the best farmers markets that I can, getting grass-fed beef, pasture-raised eggs, organic foods. But at the end of the day, we still need to supplement, because even when we eat well, you need to get that 6 to 10 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. And I'm sorry, I just don't eat that many, nor is it always feasible to be able to do that. And so I find supplementation becomes a huge part of the equation. So my challenge to you is to try these products for 90 days and see what's possible for you. So get back with the person that shared this video and give yourself the tools that your body needs at a cellular level, and I think you'll be amazed at the benefits that you will experience as a result. It's not a question if we are right. The question you may want to be asking yourself is, what if we are? Get back with the person. Make sure that you like us on Facebook. Join us over at Kyani Inc. If you like this video and the information that I'm sharing, I'll be sharing all kinds of health tips and information there. And of course, subscribe to our channel here where I'll be posting weekly videos on other topics as it relates to health and well-being. Thank you for joining us today here at Kyani, where together we experience more.